So today we're going to learn about bowling and how to keep score in bowling. So in order to understand the game of bowling, we have to understand how to keep score. Okay, so first in bowling you have 10 pins and you have 10 frames. The object is to knock down all those 10 pins each frame. So in each frame you get 2 rolls, except for your last frame in the 10th. If you knock down 10 pins within your first 2 rolls, you get another chance. Alright, so what we're going to go over is we're going to go over the symbols. So first X equals strike, a backslash equals spare, and a dash equals 0. Or you didn't get any pins, okay? So strike is when you knock down all 10 pins within your first row of that frame. A spare is where you knock down 10 pins within 2 rolls. So say you got 3, in order to get the spare, you have to get a 7. And then 0 is when you don't get any pins. Okay? So first we're going to go over the strike and how to keep score of a strike. So again, strike is when you knock down all 10 pins, so that's 10 pins right there, 10 points. Okay? But you add that on to, so you get 10 points for strike, plus whatever your next frame is. So whatever your roll is on your next 2 rolls for that next frame. So in order to score a strike, you can't score it until you know what your next frame was. Okay. So say you get 10, or you get a strike, and then your next frame, you get a 4 and a 5, so that's 9. What would my frame for the strike be?
18.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the first frame, let's do a little example. On the first frame, I got a strike, and then my second frame, I got 4 and a 2. So in order to keep score, I gotta know what my first frame is, and then we add that on to this number right here, and that's my second frame.
Okay.
So Marcella, what's my number of the first frame?
16.
How did she get that, Kristen?
10 for the strike plus 6 for the next frame.
Good. And then Kristen, what's my next frame?
Add on 6, add on another 6 to the 16.
Good, so that's 22. Okay. Now, say you got a strike in the second frame, but you got 5 on the first, and then my third frame, say we got 4. So my first frame, so in order to get my second frame, you're going to add on from the first frame and add on your next bowl. So then that would just be your second frame number. So my first frame will be a number of what? My first frame?
5.
Okay. And then what would my second frame number be?
14 plus 5, 19.
Good. And then Marcella, what's my third frame?
19 plus 4, so 23.
Good, because we're adding up everything together to get to the next one, okay? Alright, so let's move on to the spare. So the backslash, spare. Now, a spare also is 10. But instead of like in a strike, you get 2 rolls. In order to add on to it, you only get the first roll. So you don't get the whole frame in order to add on to that spare. You only get the first roll. So if I got a spare my first one, you can't add on, or you can't score the first frame until you know what you got in your next roll. So my first frame I got a spare, second frame I got 5, and then a 2. So what's my first frame number?
Spare plus 5, so 15.
Good. Kristen, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, and then what's my second frame?
7 plus 15.
Good. Okay. Which is 22. So, say on my first frame, I roll a 1 my first one, and then a 2. So 1 and a 2, and then my second one I got a 4, and then I picked up a spare, which means I got the next 6 pins. And then my third one, I got a 5 my first roll, and a 2 my second roll. Kristen, what is my number on the second frame?
Okay, so the first frame is 3.
Good.
And then the second frame is 10 plus 5, so 15. So far your total's 18.
Good.
And then add 7 for 25.
Perfect. Okay, Marcella, do you get that? Okay. So now we understand that. Any questions so far? Kristen?
No.
Okay. So now we're gonna play the game. So I'm gonna give you guys 5 frames, and you're gonna give me the score for each frame, and then the total score, which is in the 5th frame. Okay?
The fastest?
You guys wanna go the fastest? We'll go the fastest.
I don't want to rush my man. But that's.
But it's
Is
the
that the
game.
game?
Yeah, we'll do a
Okay.
game out of it. It's okay. Just make sure you guys concentrate. You guys understand. If you have any questions, let me know, okay? So now we're gonna go into the game. Okay, we're gonna do 5 frames. So on the first frame, I got a strike. My second frame, I got a 5 and then a 2. My third frame, I got a 4 and then I got a spare. My fourth frame, I got a 0 and then a 5. And then my 5th frame, I got a 7 and then a 1.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you guys to go over it and let me know when you finish. Kristen's done, okay. Let's see Marcella. Okay, don't look at hers. Kristen, come write your number over here. Marcella. Now, if Kristen gets it right, she won. But if she didn't, and you get it right, you won. Okay. So Marcella got a score of 35. Kristen got a score of 47. Correct answer was 47. Okay, Marcella. Okay. Marcella,
I skipped
what
one.
did you get on the first frame?
17.
Okay. Kristen, what did you get?
17.
Okay. Marcella, what did you get on your second one? So you're adding the 17. How did you get 17?
10 plus 7.
Okay. What did you get on the second frame, Kristen?
17 plus 7. I don't know, I keep forgetting to add it again.
Yes, you always have to add it again. So now, Marcella, you're going to tell me how we got to 47, which is the correct one.
24 plus 10 is 34. And then 34 plus 5 is 39.
Mm-hmm.
39 plus 8 is 47.
Perfect. And that's how you keep score in bowling.